get a very good mark. Okay, so yang ini, okay. Can you share, see my sharing? Boleh tengok PowerPoint saya?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, boleh.
So remember, nodal analysis is very simple. Nodal, basic then node. What is happening at the node? What do you have at the node? You have current going in and going out. So if you understand that, so you know that the node, there is current going in and going out. So you have your KCL there. And KCL is in terms of current. So with the nodal analysis, what you do is first you find all the nodes, okay, number one, and just take one as your reference and the others are labeled as node A, B, C, D, E, and so on. That is the first step. Step 2 is you apply KCL at each of the non-reference node. Okay, so if you have 3 nodes, 1 reference, so you have another 2 nodes, VA, VB, so you have 2 equations, 2 unknown. Right? If you have 3 nodes, 3, if you have 4 nodes, 1 reference, and you have 3 non-reference, VA, VB, VC, so you apply KCL at each of the node, and then you have the current in terms of, at the node, you have the current going in and out and so on. With that current, you express that branch current, okay, that's going into the node or leaving the node as in terms of voltages. So use Ohm's law to express the branch current I in terms of V over R. So once you have that, you can solve for your V. That is the node voltages. So you can see there. So macam ni kita buat and so on. So once you understand that, and this is the thing that you need to remember. If you have a resistor, the current will always flow from the positive to the negative or the higher voltage to a lower voltage. So the current will be the higher voltage to minus the lower voltage, divide by the resistor in between it. So if you understand this, you can do all the nodal analysis question, right? So we'll revisit it later. Now we continue with our mesh analysis. So we want to see what's the difference between mesh analysis. So these two are the just literature on what is mesh analysis. Mesh analysis must be applied, can be only applied to a planar circuit. A planar circuit is the one that can be drawn in a plane with no branches crossing one another. So if we have the figure 3.12a, okay, it looks very complicated crossing here and there, but if you redraw it, you can see that there is no branch that is crossing one another. If you have something that is crossing one another, something like this, okay, the 13 kilo ohm is from this node to the other node, here, the node between 1 kilo ohm and 2 kilo ohm. So it is crossing across so many branches. So this is not a non-planar node or non-planar circuit. So this non-planar circuit, we won't apply it using mesh analysis. Actually, it can be done, but for our lesson, we just consider simple circuit only. All right, 2 or 3 mesh. Okay, maximum 3 mesh or 4 mesh, and you can do that. And once you understand that, later on you can apply with to all the non-planar circuit. So tadi node analysis, we apply node KCL at the node. So mesh analysis, you know, around the mesh you have voltage. So we apply, instead of nodal at node, you apply KCL at each node. So now we have mesh, we apply KVL around the mesh. Okay. So we apply a KVL around the mesh. So for example, this 13.3.14 circuit, you have two meshes, 1 and 2. A meshes is not a loop that is not crossing each other. You can have another loop we call F, A, B, C, D, E, F. So that is one loop. So that is not a mesh. So what we are going to do is we apply KVL around the meshes only, not across the loop. The loop is the two mesh in together, okay? While mesh is independent loop. So that's the difference between mesh and loop. So with the mesh, what you do is you do the KVL around each of the mesh. So we call it, so you know now that you can see, you remember around this mesh, we have one current. Around the second mesh, we have second current. So what we call again as the node analysis, we call it VA, VB, VC, the node. So the mesh now we call it IA, IB, IC. So since we have two different current now, we have the mesh analysis around the mesh 1 or mesh IA, and you have a mesh current around mesh 2 or IB. So we want to differentiate between the mesh current and the branch current. So we call all the branch current using numbers I1, I2, and I3, while the mesh we use alphabet A, B, C. So you have IA, IB for the two meshes, 1 and 2. And then through the branches, we have I1, I2, and I3. All right. So between the two meshes, you have R2. So you have R2 here, two currents flowing through it. One, if you go clockwise, you can see that IA is going from top B to E, positive, negative. And at the same time, you have mesh 2, you have IA current flowing to I through I2 from E to B. Okay, so you have two current. So actually the current through I2 is the resultant of the difference between IA and IB. So the difference will be later on. So as we said last time, masa apa nama tu? Nodal analysis, we use the term right, down. Now we use the apa nama standard ataupun standard way. Okay. Kalau nodal analysis, we do right, down. Now we use apa nama tu? Clockwise only. So doesn't matter. Okay, nodal kita ada right dengan down. So nodal analysis, it doesn't matter. We just go through clockwise. Macam ni kan, kalau logically VQ here, VQ logically will go this way kan. Apa ni, anti-clockwise. Because of the polarity of VQ. But it doesn't matter. Okay. Because later on, as I said, you'll get all the current in terms of positive or negative. So that negative and positive will show you whether your assumption is correct or not correct. But your magnitude, the value of the current that you calculate is correct, only the right direction. So what you need to do later is that you just redraw the circuit with the actual current flow direction. Okay, so once you understand how to do, then only you do. If you don't understand how to do, you will never be able to do. Just remember that. Okay. Sama juga nodal, kalau you tak faham kat node, contoh kalau kita buat nodal kan, kita buat nodal kat sini, B ni, you don't understand what is I1 here, I2 here, I3 here, in terms of voltage and resistor. So you will make mistakes along the way nanti. Okay, so sama step dia. Okay, instead of nodal and voltage, kita ada mesh current. Instead of VA, VB, VC, VZ, and so on, kita ada IA, IB, IZ, and IN, and so on. Instead of applying KCL, we use KVL. Okay, and then is KVL, you have voltage. Okay, so we express that in terms of I. Untuk KCL, you tahu dah you ada current, you express it in terms of V over R. So terbalik, itu saja yang terbalik. Okay?
Sir,
Yes, saya?
the slide before, the previous slide,
Yes?
can you say the polarity doesn't matter?
Yes. The important thing is that you know that current will flow from a high to a low. High to a low. Okay? For IA. But for IB kat sini nanti, it will flow from high to low. So terbalik. So for I3, you ada high to low. So this is I1. Okay, this is I3. This is I2. Okay, so you can see that I2 here is the resultant of the difference between this current IA and IB. Okay, later on, you'll see that sometimes you get, so basically I2, it will be assuming, you assume that it's IA minus IB. Sorry, IB. Tak pernah saya keluar tu. So you assume that I2 is equal to IA minus IB. So you will get this answer I2 either be a positive or a negative. That is what I say it doesn't matter, because if you get your I2 positive, so you know that your assumption that the current I2 is going down is good. But if you have a negative, meaning to say that the current is actually flowing according to the IB direction that you assume clockwise, that is going up. So itu saja beza dia. Faham, Manisha?
Not really, sir. So confused.
Memang
Macam-
we'll see, you'll confuse. Okay, nanti we'll do some example and we can see it. Okay, for now, you know that IA, you assume clockwise is going down. So at I2, sorry, at R2, you assume that I2 will go down. But at the same time, IB, okay, for the loop B, the I2 will be flowing up. So you have positive, negative. So that is, I said, the two different directions. Satu di bawah, satu atas. So the resultant will be the difference of the two. So if you have either positive or negative, that is the actual current flow. Sama juga nanti I3 ni, okay, katakan ianya adalah positif. So betul lah, tak ada masalah. Katakan I1 is positif, tak ada masalah. Tetapi katakan you buat macam gini, okay, logically katakan kat sini 120 volt. And this is only 10 volt. Siapa lagi besar 10 volt dengan 120? Of course, it will be going anti-clockwise. You will see later that you will get your answer I3 ni adalah negative. So you know, oh salah, current salah. Okay, terbalik, you draw dah sikit. Okay. You cannot see this clearly until we do one clear example. So you just hold on for a while, okay? Nanti bila dah tiba example nanti, I'll explain later more and more. Boleh?
boleh, sir.
Okay, nanti bila dah tiba dekat example, nanti saya explain. Alright, so okay, so contoh ni, okay. So you can see macam saya kata tadi, IA 3414B, IA kita assume dia clockwise, IB kita assume clockwise. So dua-dua kita assume clockwise. Kalau tidak, if not, you will stay there for a while. You akan fikir, mana satu current ni, VP ni nak flow ke mana, VB ni, VQ ni nak flow ke mana. Okay? The current that through mesh IA ni, is it positive, clockwise or anti-clockwise? So IB is it clockwise ke anti-clockwise? Okay, you buat clockwise macam saya buat clockwise. Betul ke tidak? Nanti you will have that question in your head. So leave the question of the betul ke tidak, the direction. Leave it first. Okay, when you get the answer will correct you itself automatically. Dia akan betulkan you. Macam mana dia betulkan you? You akan dapat jawapan positif atau negatif. Kalau positif, your assumption is correct. Kalau negatif, your assumption is incorrect. What assumption is correct or incorrect? Just the direction. Bukan jawapan. Bukan number yang you dapat. Bukan you dapat 2 milliamp, 3 milliamp, 5 milliamp tu tidak salah. Okay? Yang tidak betul, bukan salah. Yang tidak betul adalah direction sahaja. Okay? So betulkan. You bagi kawan you kata, datang rumah saya, apa ni, ikut kiri. Padahal ikut kanan. Kan? Tapi ikut kiri tu sampai juga, you kena jalan jauh sikit lah. Ikut kanan. Betulkan saja. Okay? Just fikir macam itu. Kalau tidak, you nak fikir direction current dia je dah sejam. Mana satu nak pergi? Okay?
Sir, one more question.
Yes, sir.
So that means if the step one for assign mesh current, the direction of IA and IB must be the same ka? If we choose to do anti-clockwise, so IA must be anti-clockwise and IB must be also anti-clockwise ka? Like that.
That's why I said, bila you tiba macam itu kan, you banyak fikir kan, mana satu dah tu. Kalau kena sama ke tidak sama. Okay. Forget all about that. Forget everything. Do not mash your head. Kan? Jangan peningkan kepala you. Ambil je satu direction. It doesn't matter IA, IB sepatutnya lah. IA, IB same direction or different direction. It doesn't matter. But to ease your way of finding the solution, just assume clockwise. Itu saja. Tidak payah fikir dia kena sama ke kena apa. Okay? Itu saja you ingat dalam tu. For now, you just remember, just follow the rule of thumb clockwise. Itu saja. Macam node analysis, kita follow rule of thumb, okay, right down. So mesh analysis, we follow the rule of thumb clockwise. Unless it is very, very clear that it is the direction, okay, shown in the circuit. Okay. Unless it is very, very clear, which is sometimes it can be ignored also, you can just follow clockwise. Okay. So just follow saya, tengok macam mana the solution is solved, the circuit is solved, right? So now you have IA and IB, dua mesh current. So you can see that IA, kalau you do KVL around mesh IA, you have two way of getting the equation. So you know that if you KVL around IA, you have minus VP plus V1 plus V2 is equal to 0. Okay? So if you look carefully, okay, Okay, you tengok sini. Minus VP plus V1 plus V2 is equal to 0. Okay. So you have one equation already. Alright. So dia kata, once you have the equation KVL, you express the voltage in terms of current. Okay. You can see that VP is given, the value is known, VP 12 volt, 13 volt, 15 volt, and so on, no problem. V1 is IA multiplied by R1. V2, now you have V2 is I2, sorry, R2, whatever lah, I2, ataupun R2, I2. So basically V2 is R2, I2. What is I2 here? So as I said tadi, because we are talking about IA, mesh IA is going down, IB is going up. So I2 is R2 into IA minus IB. So that's why you have this equation. Minus VP, okay, across the V1 is R1 IA. And you have your I2 is IA minus IB. So we have three parts here. Okay, saya buatkan color dia. Sekejap just to show you apa ni, the color. Hopefully then we can see. Okay. Okay. Yang ni you dah tahu dah. Okay, VP tu dah tahu value. So V1 is what? IA RA. Okay. So you have that. R1 IA. And V2 is R2 tapi I2 adalah IA tolak dengan IB, the difference between the two. So katakan ni, alright, kita just buat ajalah apa-apa, just to show the difference ajalah. Ni pun hijau lah. Okay. Okay. Right. So ada tiga current situ. Kalau you rearrange the equation, you have R1 plus R2 IA minus IB R2 is equal to VP. So you can see, instead of going from this equation VP plus V1 plus V2, instead of going minus VP plus R1 plus R1 IA plus R2 plus into IA minus IB, what you can do is you can jump the second step, the second row here, into a way that you look at IA. IA ni lalu kat resistor mana? IA ni lalu resistor mana? Resistor R1 dengan R2. So R1 plus R2 into RA. Sorry, IA. So that is IA. That will cover R1 and R2. And at the same time, you have IB flowing through R2. So kalau you are talking about mesh IA, that IA will be positive, while the current that flows, okay, through R2 via IB, because it is on the other mesh, it will be negative. So you tengok situ, R1 plus R2 IA, of course this is positive, tak tulis lah. Tapi R2, there is another current IB that is flowing through the R2, so we call it negative. So kalau you ikut pada apa ni, that flow, you can eliminate this step. Instead of you are getting, what is that? You have to write the step for R1 IA plus R2 IA, apa ni? plus R2 into IA minus IB, you can skip, you can go straight here. Sama juga yang ni, kalau you tengok sini, IB, you have V2 plus V3 plus VQ is equal to 0. So basically, as I said, IB flow through which resistor? R2 dengan R3. So you just add R2 plus R3 IB. That is positive. But you have another current which is the other side of the mesh, which is IA. So you have to make the polarity of IA negative. So you have minus IA R2. So you have plus R2 plus R3 IB. Of course, the VQ you bring it on the other right hand side, so you have that. So basically, now you can go straight to get your two equation by skipping the middle step of getting the equation. So maknanya the rule is very pretty straightforward. You ingat kalau you talk about one mesh, what you do is you add all the resistor that the current flow, that the mesh current flow. Okay, you add the resistor, multiply by that current, and you see which resistor is sharing between the two mesh, and that shared current, the IB will always be a negative. So if you're talking about IA, mesh IA will be positive, while the current through the R2, which is IB, the sharing will be negative. Sama juga kalau you talk about IB, so IB, the current of IB will be positive, but the current that flows to the other side, that is IA negative. So you have negative IA. So untuk IA, you ada IA minus IB. Untuk IB, you have minus IA plus IB. So that's why you have this equation. Untuk IA, you ada IA positive, IB negative. So IB negative. Untuk IB, so you have IB positive, IA negative. Okay, so tidak payah pakai itu. You dapat this equation, and all you can do straight away, you add other resistor that the mesh current flow. Right? So also you can see coefficient of IA, the sum of the resistance. The coefficient of IB is the negative of the resistance. Okay, this is the same true in 3.14. So this is for mesh IA. 313 is for mesh IA. 314 is 3 minus IB. Sorry, mesh IB. So the shortcut, as we said, that from this you can have straight away that equation without some doing the extra equation. Sama juga you tahu dah macam mesh kan, you ada VA minus 0 over R1 katakan. So that's why you can just have VA minus R1 without you having to write the minus 0. Okay. So then you solve the mesh current like we did to solve for the nodal voltage. So all we did again, we use the apa nama tu, matrix, Cramer's rule and so on. Okay, determinant and so on. So ini tak ada apa. And then this is the other thing, as we said that we have to see that what is IA, what is I2, what is IB, what is I3 in terms of 1, 2, and 3. So from figure 314B, you can see that, oh salah, mencari itu kan saya dah betulkan ni. Yang ni I3 is equal to IB, alright. Betulkan punya nota. I2 kan kita dah update kan. So I2 is the IA minus IB. So once you have all the mesh current, so you express that branch current in terms of, the branch current is then expressed in terms of the mesh current. So if you look at the circuit, you can see that clearly that I1 is actually IA, I3 is actually IB, and I2 is the difference between IA and IB. Okay, so once you have that, so you can solve. Okay, so this is how we are going to look. Macam saya kata tadi. Okay, kalau kita tidak buat example, kita tidak akan dapat. Okay, so just kita buat slowly, right? Sekejap, Okay, so you have this. You want to determine the branch current I1 and I2 and I3 using mesh analysis. Okay, so mula-mula macam saya kata, kita assume clockwise IA and IB sebab kita ada dua mesh. So once you have that, tengok macam mana. Slowly, you tengok macam mana saya buat. Daripada sini, okay. Macam mana kita boleh dapat ni? Okay. Kita ada mesh dulu. IA dengan IB. Right? And then, kita buat polarity untuk R1. So, from left to right, you have I1. So, untuk I3, you have from left to right. And then, untuk I2, from top to down. So, you ada dua ni. You ada this. So, you have this. And so on. So, you tengok sini. IA, IB. What a match. And then, kita tengok kita dah ada R1, 15 kilo ohm. So, what we did now, what I do now, is you want to show this is V1, so you show that R1 is equal to 15 kilo ohm. And R3 is 6 kilo ohm, so you know that R3 you have V3 positive negative, R3 is equal to 3 kilo ohm. Jangan malas, jangan skip step, buat ini dulu. This is very important because later on you will need this circuit to understand which current is which. Okay. How you want to get all the brush current in terms of the mesh current. Okay, and one more thing, you tengok sini, resistor adalah 15 kilo ohm, 6 kilo ohm, 2 kilo, R1 15 kilo ohm, R3 6 kilo ohm, R2 10 kilo ohm, R4 4 kilo ohm. If you include the kilo in your equation, that equation will be very, very messy. What you can do is you forget about the kilo, you just take the number. Macam 15 kilo ohm tu, just take 15. 6 kilo ohm, just take 6. 10 kilo ohm, just take 10. 4 kilo ohm, just take 4 in your equation. Okay? Provided that you remind yourself that later on, when you get the current will always be in milliamp. Because you already throw away the kilo, the current will always be in milli. So, always remember this. Resistor, ignore K, resistor K value in the equation because if not, it will be messy. But the resultant current will always be in milliamp. Jangan nanti you tinggalkan, you terlupa yang current tu in milliamp. Kalau you nak tak kilo ohm, you try it and you can see that your equation is very, very messy. Sebab kilo kan? Kilo is what? 3 kosong kat belakang. So you equation nanti you campur, you akan dapat terlampau complicated number, messy number. So just forget about the kilo. So, what you want to do now? Tengok macam mana saya buat equation ni. Okay. Untuk IA, what will you get? IA will flow to R1 and R2. So you have IA in terms R1 plus R2. plus R1 plus R2 multiplied by IA and plus VQ. And remember, you have current IB through R2, so you have minus R2 IB. So what? Okay, in terms of resistor dulu, minus VP plus R1 plus R2, okay, multiply by IA ataupun minus VP bracket plus bracket R1 plus R2 bracket IA, and then you have I2 that is minus I2 RB plus VQ. So you have this minus VP plus R1 R2 IA minus R2 IB plus VQ. So you tengok sini untuk IA, kita talking about IA, the current IA will be positive, but the current of IB will be negative. Okay, sebab ada dua current dekat resistor itu. So again, untuk IB, you can see that IB is flowing. Okay, so basically bracket R2 plus R3 plus R4 IB at the same time at R2 you ada IA, so you ada minus R2 IB. Okay, kalau we go inclusive of the VQ, so yeah, minus VQ minus R2 IA plus R2, bracket R2 plus R3 plus R4 close bracket into IB is equal to 0. So you ada ni minus VQ minus R2, okay, IA plus R2 IB. So you ada equation ni. So you have the two equation, right? One equation here and one equation there. So untuk IA, okay, what is IA? The current IA will flow through the two resistor R1 and R2. So untuk IB, the IB will flow through the resistor R2, R3, I4. Okay, so that's why they're positive. But at the same time, ada R2, okay, IB flowing through R2, and for mesh IA, so that's why it becomes negative. For the mesh IB, you have the IA, okay, flowing through R2, so you have that negative. So once you do, you substitute all the given value. Macam saya kata tadi, forget about the kilo, 15 plus 10 saja. 10 plus 10, 10 IB, so you have 5 IA, 2 IB. Just imagine kalau you ada kilo tadi, your equation will be this. Correct? Sorry. Betul tak? Your equation will be this. Something like this. Okay? Does it? So, ada banyak sangat kosong. Messi. Actually, IA itu ada satu juga lah. 1,000. So, what you see there, you just forget about that. And again, macam saya kata tadi, macam kita sempat dekat nodal, kita arrange it in terms of matrix form. You solve and you get the IA and IB. So now, okay, the positive and negative that I'm talking about just now come into play. So you know I1 is equal to IA, I3 is equal to IB, and I2 we assume IA minus IB. So we can see, tengok assumption kita betul tak? IA is equal to I1, positive, okay, tak ada masalah. I3 is equal to IB, okay, tak ada masalah. Tetapi I2 kita assume IA minus IB, so you have minus 0.25. So what does that show? It shows that the current is reversed. So you can see betul ke tidak? Betul, sebab you know that VQ, kalau ikutkan VQ is negative positive, the current will go up. Kita assume dia downward I2. So betul lah, dia betul, dia is correct itself by showing that your calculation, okay, assumption is not right. So is negative. So you can see there. So negative. Okay, actually you can draw another circuit. Macam ni. Macam ni. Okay. What you can do is you can draw another circuit by correcting the I2, okay, which is going from downward to upward. Itu saja. Alicia, faham?
Faham, sir.
Kan saya kata tadi, kita akan dapat negatif. Kalau negatif, terbalikkan saja. Itu saja. Tapi value dia 0.25 is correct. And again, macam saya kata tadi, calculation kita doesn't involve the K. So you ada 4 divided by 8 is 0.5. Just remember that your current will be milliamp. Jangan nanti you letak 0.5 amp saja, you assume 4 divided by 8. Because you already ignore the K in the calculation. So the current must be in milliamp. Okay, straightforward. Okay, sama juga yang ini. Okay, so you ada sekarang ni. What do you make?
Sir, I've got one question.
Wait,
Um,
hold on.
hello? So,
Okay, what's that?
okay, so, how do you know that I1 equals to IA and I2 equals to IA minus IB and I3
Okay,
equals to
tengok sini.
IB?
You tengok sini. IA ni
Uh-huh. Yeah.
flowing clockwise. So
Okay.
IA is flowing clockwise. IA dengan I1 ni sama tak?
Sama.
Itulah. IA is kata I1.
So then
IB is flowing clockwise. IB lalu dengan I3 tak?
lebih kurang.
Bukan lebih kurang, memang sama.
Sama.
Lebih kurang.
Okay.
Betul tak?
Betul.
IB is the I3, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I2, you have two current. Positive, negative on the left hand side, that is IA, and then the negative, positive on the right side, IB. So the I2 will be the difference between the IA and IB.
But if you see what's the formula for the example before this slightly different then?
No,
I1 equals to IA. If you go up.
my
Go down.
this one.
Go down.
This one.
Next slide. Next slide. Next.
Okay.
Stop. 3.16.
Ni, 3.6. Kita betulkan tadi.
I1 IA.
You must be sleeping.
Okay.
Aku dah kata ada error kat situ.
Okay. Thank
You
you.
must be sleeping then.
Toilet break.
So always
Thank
like
you.
that. You tengok I2 tu, ada tak apa ni IA macam ni kan? Okay. IA ni memang the I1, logic. Okay, from this node to this node is the IA flowing, which is actually the I1. From this VA going to the reference there, which is IB, which is actually I3. But the only thing is the middle branch, which is between IA and IB. The I2 is the the difference, okay, of the IA and IB. Okay, the product of the IA and IB. Okay, one going up, one going down, and so on. So later on, you get many kinds of polarity, positive, negative, positive, and so on. Don't worry. Okay. Rule number 1, rule of thumb, clockwise. Itu saja. Tak payah fikir-fikir. Sebab nanti you'll get the answer negative. Betulkan sajalah. Tidak ada masalah, betulkan saja. Yang masalahnya adalah the calculation. If your equation is wrong, the two pink equation, itu yang paling important. If your equation is wrong because of this polarity, then the problem will arises. Okay, itu saja you must be careful. Before you go down, check 2-3 kali, betul tak you punya first equation in pink ni? Check and recheck. Dah betul, baru you go to the second row. Okay. Tak guna you terus pergi ke bawah. Okay, you tengok test macam mana saya bagi you answer. Jawapan kosong. Sebab what you are doing is rubbish. Kalau kosong tu, what you are doing is rubbish because you don't know less parallel and series. Terutama question 4 tu ada yang buat parallel. Okay. Once you transform the star to delta and then you apa ni series ke parallel dengan resistor at the bottom, there are 5 tak silap saya, because you didn't draw the circuit properly. Okay. The bottom line is daripada circuit you dapat equation. Wrong circuit, wrong equation. Once you get the equation, check before proceed. Check, okay. Satisfied? Okay, baru buat. Sama juga yang ni. Alright. Ada berapa mesh? 3, 6.
3 mesh.
3 mesh. Okay, you can see 3 meshes. Okay, saya buat conteng-conteng lah dulu sekarang ni. Okay. So, you ada sini satu mesh clockwise. So, ada satu lagi mesh clockwise. Dan satu lagi mesh clockwise. So, kalau you tengok equation, so 3 mesh. So, you ada A, B, C. So, kalau you tengok equation sini, okay, katakan ni A. A, I. This is I, B. Betul tak? I, C. So, nak tengok betul tak dia ikut. I, A, B, C lah. Capital I, C. Okay. You tengok sini my slide. Ada jawapan dah. Kalau you tidak faham jawapan tu, tidak guna juga saya bagi solution kalau you tidak faham. So, you try. Mula-mula you buat macam ni. Okay. Apa equation dekat mesh IA? Hatilah.
Minus VP,
Yes.
then plus positive negative plus R1 plus R2. I think you have to.
Jangan think.
So,
Memang kena buat.
so minus VP plus VA minus VB. Then from VA, then you do R1 plus R2. For me, it's easy to see it in V's first, then
Okay.
split it
Okay.
into R.
Which is easier? Okay. Buatlah.
So minus VP
Yes.
plus VA, then minus VB, then minus VC.
What
Equals
is
to 0.
VA?
VA is VA ialah IA darab IR R1 plus R2.
Betul?
Because yeah,
Okay.
betul.
So
Lepas
that is what betul lah, memang betul lah. Tapi apa ni? Jangan guna VA, VB lah sebab VA dengan VB tidak ada. So you can see that VP minus VP plus V1 plus V2 minus
okay.
R1 IB minus R2 IC. Okay? Or much more straightforward way is minus VP plus IA lalu kat mana? R1 plus R2. But dekat R1 there is IB and dekat R2 ada IC. So that IB and IC must be negative. So you have minus R1 IB and minus R2 IC. So in general, what you have is minus VP plus bracket R1 plus R2 IA minus R1 IB, and then you have minus R2 IC. Okay, that is in terms of apa nama tu? IA minus VP plus bracket R1 plus R2 IA minus R1 IB minus R2 IC. Jadi semua masuk ni tidak ada.
How do you know it's minus? How do you know it's minus? Or you have to atur the notation is terbalik ke?
Which one?
For minus R1 IB and minus R2 IC.
As I said, okay, toke IA, toke mesh IA adalah IA.
Okay.
Begitu je. Toke IA adalah mesh IA. So IA must be positive. Tetapi dekat R1 tu, dekat R1 dengan R2, IA ni must be positive. Tetapi dekat R1 ni, ada IB lalu rumah dia. So dia kena bayar tax, dia kena negatif. IC pun lalu dekat R2. Tapi the owner is IA. So you want to pass R2, you must pay some tax. Sebab tu dia negatif.
Okay.
Clear?
So
Jangan
tauke
add.
positif bukan tauke negatif. Okay lah.
Mak saya selalu cakap macam tu. Lagi senang in terms of layman lah. Kenapa positif? Okay. IA toke. Toke mesti positif. Okay. Positif kerana akan lalu R1 dengan R2. Tetapi IB ni R1 bayar tax negatif. IC lalu dekat I2. Tapi toke dia I1. So tompang minus. So that's why you can say toke IA positif. Tetapi yang menempang IB dan IC melalui R1 dengan R2, so dia kena bayar tax negatif. Sama juga IB. Okay. IB, toke dia IB. So IB ni akan lalu R1, R4, R3. Semua positif. So now the toke is IB, tetapi ada IA tumpang lalu dekat I1. So IA must be negative. And at the same time, IC akan tumpang lalu dekat R3. So dia IC ni must be negative. So kalau you tengok sini, IA tumpang lalu melalui R1 negatif. IC tumpang lalu melalui R3, so you ada negatif. And IB is the toke lalu dekat R1 plus R4 plus R3. So if you apply that principle again untuk IC adalah toke melalui R2 dengan R3, ada IA tumpang melalui R2, so negatif IA R2, dan ada lagi satu IB tumpang lalu dekat R3, so ada negatif I3 IB minus I3 IB. So R2 tumpang, R3, ni dah salah juga lagi lah. Kenapa ada banyak salah ni? So this one is actually okay. So this one kalau ada mistake ni buat betulkan sekarang. Nanti kalau tidak you buat kat rumah nanti you will keep asking yourself kenapa salah. So this one is apa sepatutnya? Minus I2RA plus R3IB minus R3 plus R2IC. So you have that. Okay, betul, sorry. Betul. So you can see that minus R2IA minus R3IB plus R2 plus R3IC. Betul tak? Sorry. Salah saya ikut. IA, IB, IC. So minus IA minus IB, the toke is IC, toke is positive. So you have that. Okay, lepas tu plug in the value saja, tidak ada apalah. So you ada 361, 362 and 363. That is talking in layman's term. Tapi in terms of technical term, you tengok sini macam mana saya draw dia punya equation. Everybody, you tengok IA will flow from positive to negative at R1 and at R2 is flowing from positive to negative. So IB sekarang ni dia clockwise. So R dekat R1 instead of positif and negatif, kita ada bawah pula positif atas negatif. Sama juga untuk R3 sini. Okay, untuk IB dia ada positive to negative from the left, right to left. But for the IC is going right to left. That is why how the negative and positive comes in. Okay. Sebab nanti you tengok IB, dia akan follow the polarity of the IB which is positive to negative. Tetapi IA ni, dia tahu ikut the polarity of the IB, negative positive. That's why the IA become negative. Sebab dia ikut polarity IB. So terbalik. So untuk IA, dia akan ikut polarity plus minus on the left hand side tu, daripada atas ke bawah. So IB pun ikut polarity IA, bukan ikut polarity himself yang bawah-bawah positif negatif. Okay. So selalu saya cakap macam tu lah, tokeh dengan bukan tokeh lah. Tokeh positif, bukan tokeh, kena bayar tax, dibayar dia dengan negatif. Okay, once you have that, you have 3 equation there. Okay, so you can see that you can find your IA, IB and IC. And kalau you tengok the circuit, what is the I1? I1 is the difference of IA and IB. So kalau you tengok sini, kita assume that I1 is equal to IA minus IB. I1 is equal to IA minus IB, and now you have the result positive. So si ada masalah. So betul lah, you punya I1 is that polarity. Okay. So kita ada 2 practice problem. Buat. Don't ask for more question. Do what is already there. Kalau saya bagi you question lagi pelik-pelik, nanti lagi you pening kepala. Buat apa yang ada. Ini saja kita punya area, kita punya scope of analysis. We are not going further, we are not going to do much more harder question. We are just going to, you are first year, first semester, anggap you just belajar untuk tahu saja basic thing. Bukan you fourth year. Kalau you fourth year, memanglah kena cari soalan yang susah-susah. Tapi sekarang ni you are, kalau baby tu baru merangkak lah. Kalau baru merangkak, tak payahlah suruh you terus berlari. Slow-slow lah. Right? You dah pandai, okay, dah boleh berjalan sikit, barulah berlari. So sekarang ni, merangkak, guna apa yang soalan yang saya bagi. Cukup dah. More than enough for you to cover. Untuk dapat A. Semua nak dapat A kan, macam saya kata. Boleh? Kita stop sekejap. Sudah minum? Belum? Pukul 9 dah. Alright. Stop for about 5-10 minutes untuk itu. Nak minum ke apakah. And then we continue in 9:10, okay? 9, 10,
Alright.
9:03, 7 minutes lah. Okay, saya dekat sini. Kalau you ada soalan, siapa-siapa yang nak tanya direct now, you can ask me. Okay. So 10 minutes, 7 minutes. Grup 3 siapa yang ada kat sini boleh scan. Ed Milson tak ada. Ed Milson. Grup 4. So, okay, boleh continue? Hello?
Boleh sir, boleh.
Boleh,
Alright.
boleh, boleh.
Okay, tengok sini practice problem 3.5. It's very straightforward. Sama macam apa yang kita buat yang diberi dalam example. So, you need to try. You must try. Okay? So, you have to go, you try to follow the example and you do the 3.7, 3.17 and 3.18. So, if you understand that, then go to the tutorial and then we move forward. Lepas ni kita buat tutorial. Then you move forward. I'll give you some example question for upper past year example question. And then from that, you do that, and you are ready for your quiz, test, and so on. Final. Nanti. Okay. So now, as what we have in nodal analysis, we have nodal analysis with voltage sources, and now what we have is mesh analysis with current source. Again, kalau dia duduk dekat ujung kat tepi, okay, a circuit with current source, and you can see that you have IQ in at the end of the circuit. So what is your IB? Anybody? Dah dekat bawah pun. IB is the reverse of IQ. So basically, your IB is solved. You don't need to solve because you cannot do KVL on the current source. You can do, you have V3, you have V2, but the IQ, you don't have voltage. Also, you cannot you do your KVL. So your IQ is actually the reverse of IB. So IB is equal to IQ. So no problem. So you solve one of the mesh current IB. So you just need to solve for the mesh current IA. So kalau dia duduk at the end is no problem. But the problem is when, okay, so if you solve it untuk IA, as you can see, untuk IA is minus VP plus R1, R2 plus R2 IA and minus R2 IB. So we have that. Minus VP plus R1 plus R2 IA minus R2 IB. So you have that equation 10 IA is equal to 10 plus 6 IB. So you don't need to solve for the IB because IB, you know, is IB is negative IQ. So IB you substitute there minus 5. So you have there minus 2. And again, you are not taking into account the kilo. So your current will always be in milliamp. So dekat sini ada semua ada kilo. So you can see kalau current voltage, resistor kilo ohm, current must be always milliamp, and the voltage is just your normal voltage without kilo, milli, and so on. 10 volt, 20 volt, 30 volt, and so on. But the resistor will always be in kilo ohm, but the current will always be in milliamp. So now if the current is in the center or in between the two meshes, what you have is IP is in the branch that is in between mesh IA and IB. So this is what we call a super mesh because it is sitting between the two meshes. So it is super mesh. So what you have to do is again, macam kita ada super node, kita apply KCL, and at the same time kita apply KVL. Sama juga yang ni, you know that the mesh analysis you have to apply KVL, and at the same time you have another extra, you have to do KCL also. How you want to do that? Okay. So now, first of all, you exclude the element in the middle which involve the mesh, super mesh, the IP and R2. So you have another circuit from A to B. So you have super mesh, forget about what are the elements in the branch of the super mesh. So IP and R2 is forgotten. So you have there one, as we said last time, kita ada two meshes IA and IB. Tapi kalau kita go through all the circuit, we have the loop. Okay, loop will cover the two meshes IA and IB. So you have two meshes having the current source in common for the A, and the B a super mesh creating by excluding the current source. So if you exclude this, you apply your normal KVL, but now you can see that there are two different currents involved. You have the minus VP plus R1 IA plus bracket I3 plus R4 IB. So both the current IA and IB are positive now. Positive IA, positive IB. IA is flowing through the R1 only, and IB is flowing through R3 and R4. So you have that equation. Okay, substitute the value. So you have one equation that involves the super mesh. So you have the KVL at the super mesh. Now what you do is you apply KCL at the node where the super mesh is. I mean the current that's entering the super mesh. So you can see that node DQ ni, okay, you have the two current entering three currents all together. You have IP entering, IP leaving, and IP is where the current of the super mesh. So you have that IB is equal to IA plus IP. So in between the two mesh, you apply KCL at the node of the super mesh. So you see that apply KCL to the node in the branch where the two meshes intersect, that is the Q. So you have the IB is equal to IA plus IP. So that's why another equation comes out. So you have 320 there. With 320, you cannot solve anything because you have two unknown with one equation. So another equation will come from the KCL at the node where the two meshes intersect. So you have now 320, 321. So now with two equations, two unknown, you can solve it. Okay, so this one doesn't involve the matrix. So just normal procedure, just calculate your IA, knowing the value of IB. So you have all the IA and IB is 2.8. So negative IA is negative 3.2, meaning to say that your IA is actually going the other way around. Right? So solve for that simple. So mana tadi? IA minus 2 minus. Yeah. And saya nak tengok something. Okay. Alright. So you solve that. So using the KVL and at the same time KCL because of the super mesh. So note the following properties of super mesh as what we have in the super node. The current source is the super mesh is the provided constraint equation. So sama juga voltage source in the super node provide the constraint. A super mesh has no current of its own. Sama juga a super node has no voltage of its own. A super mesh requires the application of KVL and KCL. So now last time we have a super node requires the application of both KCL and KVL. So itu saja yang different there. So for example here now you can see apa super mesh kita ada 3, 7.
4.
Apa dia kata super mesh?
2.
Ha?
2.
Mesh 3. 1, 2, 3.
Gaduh.
3.
Go back to the term. Super mesh is what?
Super mesh.
Ada tadi super mesh.
Resource.
Wah,
redundant.
bukan dua. Dua. D-U-A. Dua. Mana ada K kat belakang?
Sorry,
Dua.
sorry. Dua.
Dua. Okay. Alright. Because
Dua je, bukan dua.
only two. Because one is the supermesh that intersect IA dengan IB, and the other one is the supermesh that intersect IB and IC. So two supermeshes. Okay, faham saya? Okay. IA and IB will form one supermesh, and IB and IC will form another supermesh. So you can see that ada dua supermesh, IA dengan IB, and then IB and IC. So you have that supermesh. Kalau you sambung together, you have a node that cover the two supermesh, the purple dotted line there. Okay, from IA go through IC, go to IB, and so on. And you can see that the node that the supermesh made is at VA, where you have the IB and IA with the IP, and at the same time you have the super node between IB and IC that meet at VB there. So we have the current IC, IB, and IQ. So remember dia kata apa? Mula-mula kita buat KVL around the supermesh, and then we have the KCL at the node where the supermesh intersect, the current intersect. So you can see that dekat supermesh you ada IA R2 plus R3 plus R4 IC plus IB R1 IB, and remember that ID is also involved, that is sharing I4, so you have the minus R4 ID. So again, what will you have? Okay, my R2IA plus bracket R3 plus R4 IB, sorry, IC, okay, minus R4 ID, and of course you have your R1 IB. Okay. Tengok sini. R2IA, so tadi saya start pada atas, kita start pada bawah lah. R1IB, okay. R2IA, okay. R3 plus R4IC plus, minus R4ID. So kalau kita start ABCD, so what you have is R2IA, okay. R1IB, R3 plus R4IC, and then you have minus R4ID. Okay, so that covers your super mesh. And remember, you have another mesh ID here, so you have to have one more equation. Okay, R4 plus R5 ID, and at the same time you have IC flowing through RB, so you have minus R4 IC plus bracket R4 plus R5 IC, R4 plus R5 ID, okay, and plus your voltage source VP. So again, you can see minus R4 IC plus R4 plus R5 ID plus VP. So you have all the equation there. And remember, it's very straightforward. Kalau you guna kilo tadi, okay, it will mess up your equation. So now it is a very whole number without the kilo. So you have two equations, one involving the super mesh and one the mesh, normal mesh ID. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to apply KCL where the two at the node where the two super mesh are, or where the two mesh intersect. So you can see that apply KCL at node VA where super meshes AI, A, and IB intersect, and again You have KCL at node VB where there's two supermeshes IB and IC intersect. So if you look at the circuit there, dekat VA kita ada IB is equal to IP plus IA, and dekat VB kita ada IB is equal to IQ plus IC. So two equation there. So now we have four equation, four unknown. Okay, boleh solve. So you solve that. Okay, so you tengok again, you can see that IA positive, so IA correct. IB positive, correct direction. IC negative, so IC is the inverse direction. And ID is negative, so ID is the inverse direction. Okay, kalau you tengok sini, super mesh is very not very lah. It's quite complicated. You have a little bit more work to do. So jangan takut, saya tidak akan bagi you super mesh dalam mana-mana quiz, test ataupun final. Kalau saya nak bagi pun, saya akan bagi dalam assignment. Sebab assignment akan dibuat di rumah. You have all the time in the world to look at your note. Okay, and you do. So if I want to give you super mesh or super note, it will be in your assignment, not in your normal quiz test or final.
Thank you, Doctor.
Mesti, sebab tu saya kata saya dah buat tapi you tidak buat juga. Tidak boleh buat juga. Correct? So buat saja. Don't ask for more. Buat aja yang tu. Kalau you ask for more, nanti saya bagi soalan yang susah lagi. Mau? Mau saya?
Simo.
Okay? Buat aja apa yang ada. Okay. So this one cover everything. Practice problem ada satu tu kalau you nak interested nak buat super mesh ni. Alright. Kat mana super mesh kat sini? Practice problem, tengok saya tunjuk ni.
IP?
Sudah? Which branch is the super mesh?
Wait.
IC.
IBIC adalah sister R3. Mana ada current? Okay. You buat, kalau you tidak tu, you tidak dapat, you tanya saya. Okay. You tengok sini. Sekejap saya tunjuk something ke. Okay, can you see? That is the practice problem 3.7. I have all the solution. Okay, but I won't give you unless you do and you want me to see whether you did it right or wrong. Okay, betul saya tak bagi semua solution saya ada, jangan risau. Yang solution saya akan bagi hanyalah tutorial. Yang lain semua you need to ask and gain to get it. Not easily handed to you, but show an effort, some effort that you have already have done, and I can correct you. So you tengok sini, the super mesh is these two, and you have all the loop across IA and IC to do your super mesh. And then you have, of course, the VQ ni, where the current of the two opening, where the current at the super mesh enters and leave. So you have IA and IC there because IA is at the loop there and IC at the loop over on the right hand side, and you can see that at the super mesh at the node VQ, IA is equal to IP plus IC. So again, every time I say the solution, saya akan tulis okay, resultant current will be in milliamp, right? So you do that, you have the equation. Okay, dapat jawapan, which is the same kalau you tengok as what given in the answer of the practice problem. So buat practice problem 3.7, maknanya ada 7 practice problem you can practice, and then tutorial Siapa dah habis buat? Mana tadi tutorial?
Baru nombor 1, 2 je.
Baru, kenapa baru?
Saya tengok. Naiknya. Saya pola
Ya,
practice
saya.
problem tu.
Apa dah?
Saya pola practice problem tu.
Ya, sepatutnya buat macam ni. Apa ni, ikut tu. Ikut, what is that? Chapters. Ikut lesson. Sekarang ni kita tengah buat, apa ni, apa tu? Kita dah habis, last week kita dah habis nodal analysis kan? We try to finish nodal analysis, all the question of nodal analysis dekat practice problem dengan dekat tutorial. Because I'm sure you'll have problem with the tutorial. Okay, cuba tengok satu je lah dulu. Can you see this? Tutorial. Apa orang yang dah boleh buat soalan satu ni? Siapa yang dah habis?
Saya.
Siapa nama? Alicia. Boleh dah? You get all the answers?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. Siapa nama yang keluar dekat sini? Saya tengok aje lah. Participant. Ainur, Asniza.
I'm still trying, sir.
Okay, good. Siapa nama dia? Anslam?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, cuba buat ni, okay? Kalau saya
Okay.
bagi pun soalan saya, okay. You buat ni dulu, baru saya bagi you soalan ini. Soalan ini. Kalau saya bagi you this simple question, can you see? A1 29. Apa maknanya? Apa ni? Tahun 2010, 2011. Kita jawab apa? Darjah 4, darjah 5. Ya? Hello?
Ada je 3. So.
3.
Padahal you degrees.
Okay. So ni you punya aunty, uncle, kakak, abang dah buat soalan ni. So saya bagi you paling tinggi pun 3 ni. So selalunya saya buat macam ni. Saya bagi you, suruh you buat model tapi dalam quiz nanti saya bagi mesh. Soalan yang sikit yang sama. Okay. Ask you to do nodal tapi saya keluarkan mesh. Ask you to do mesh, saya akan dulu ask you to do nodal. Now I want you to practice for you to do both nodal and mesh for the same circuit. Jadi kalau saya bagi soalan ni mesh ke nodal ke, you should have no problem of solving it. Kalau dulu dia orang selalu komplain, sekarang suruh buat nodal tapi keluaran mesh. Sekarang saya keluarkan dua-dua. So these are the example question. Okay, you tengok sini. Besok saya bagi. Untuk sekarang ni, malam ni, try buat tutorial dulu. Okay, kalau macam ni. Okay, dan satu lagi macam ni. Alright, dan satu lagi macam ni. Okay, saya nak bagi you pening sikit, saya letak saja register kat bawah lagi satu. Okay, ni macam saya kata satu soalan yang nak tunjuk, nak show you that, nak test you whether you are worth of your A. Okay, betul tak you punya A itu is valuable. Alright, and then ada lagi satu macam ni. Dan ada lagi satu macam ni. So you tengok sini. Okay. Do you think that you can do this type of question? Okay. You can do if you do all the practice problem and the tutorial. So for now, you do your tutorial. Besok saya tunjuk soalan tu. Okay, mana tutorial tadi? Ya. Baik. Ya. Grup lain tahu tak saya bagi awak yang soalan revision tu?
Tak
Ada
tahu,
tak?
sir.
Ada tak dia orang
Hindi
tanya?
tahu, sir.
Ah,
Tahu,
Tak
kalau
ada gerek siya, sir.
siapa yang ada gerek? Ada siapa yang ada
Tak ada,
gerek?
tak ada gerek siya, sir. Yang si tahu ah.
Ada sih. Okay. Tak, jangan sampai dia orang jealous, sudahlah. Okay. Sometimes depend on the lecturer jugalah. Kalau lecturer tu macam you buat test apa itu yang you kata apa nama tu test instrumentation ya. Minggu lepas ada
Yeah.
test kan?
Instrumentation. Ish.
Is it easy?
Not too bad.
Then because sometimes the lecturer akan bagi soalan yang dia tak buat tu. So depend on the lecturer lah. Okay. Oh ni. Alright. Siapa yang apa ni mana list nama ni? Alvin. Sudah buat?
Saya tengah mencoba.
Okay. Alisha,
Yes, sir.
boleh buat?
Tengah buat, sir.
Berapa note? Alistair,
Sudah, sir.
sudah?
Sudah.
Okay, good. Alright. So sudah, I assume that you get all the answers that saya bagi tu lah. Okay. Aisyah. Mana Amisha tadi saya tanya berapa note, tak ada jawab pun, senyap saja.
Saya 6, sir.
Oh, ramainya. Berapa ramai-ramai?
Ada 2 je.
Ada 6
Ada
equation.
3 note. Question 1. A, B.
So, macam ni lah. Apa ni, keep your reference note. What is the non-reference note? How many non-reference note kalau saya tanya? How many non-reference note? Maknanya how many equation you need? Okay. Bye-bye. Atira.
Sekejap, sir. So, what do you mean by non-reference note?
Ya.
Is it?
So
So, my...
mula-mula identify all the nodes. One node is the reference node and the others are non-reference node labeled as VA, VB, VC, VD and so on.
Okay, so my
Mana reference node?
my
Ada
reference note is the one dekat bawah tu.
bawah
The
sekali.
lower rows, yeah. So that's my
Non-reference
zero
node.
potential. Is
Ah,
between
non-reference node
R1
ada
and
berapa?
IQ, and in between IQ and R6.
Okay, between RQ and I6, the other one?
R1 and IQ.
Okay, 2. Ada 2 saja. Okay, Amisha? Ada 2 saja. VA is, boleh nampak ni Here, on top of R2 and R3 because these two are the same node. Okay, so basically kalau kita buat ni, okay, kita ada dekat sini je. B, A, which is the same node dekat sini. Same node here. And at the same time, kita ada VB kat sini. which is the same. Ya, sebab lagi banyak note, lagi ke pening kepala you. Betul tak? So,
Betul, sir.
only two equation. At node VA dengan node VB. Dekat node VA kita ada I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. Okay, provided that you assume that is going right down. So you ada I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. And another one, you have minus IQ. So ada 4 current kat sini. IP, IQ, R2, R3, which is I2 and I3. And at the VB, kita ada 4 current juga. I6, which is actually IR. You ada I4, I5 dengan IQ. Okay. Faham? Siapa yang tak faham? Akhil, faham je? Dah buat kan? Akhil?
Sudah buat tapi ada yang jawapan tak dapat.
Itu tak dapat sebab apa? Sebab awak cuba buat yang saya tunjuk tadi. VA kat sini, VB kat sini, and then you apply KCL dekat VA dengan VB. Okay? Usually, why you didn't get is that because your selection of your node is wrong. Okay? Kadang-kadang you terlebih atau terkurang select your node. Okay. For the second one, sama juga. Siapa lagi ni? Ashley.
Yes, sir.
Berapa node? Berapa non-reference node? Of course, reference node will be always 1.
I think it's 3.
Okay, mana? Dekat mana?
3 yang kat atas.
Okay. Kat mana dia join? Okay, contoh satu ya. Satu join the node joining R2, R3 and R4. Betul tak? Kat tengah-tengah tu. Betul?
Betul.
So, satu kat sini. Okay? Oh. Dia tu. Siapa pernah pakai Visio ni? Kalau you nak belajar, you belajar daripada sekarang, nanti final year, nanti kalau you ada sikit-sikit diagram, nak design, is very, very powerful tool. Okay? To do, okay? Untuk solve. Okay. Okay. So, saya jadi sebagai Yohin dulu. Siapa yang dah boleh buat ni? Alicia tadi dah buat. Dapat buat ni tadi. Hai Alicia.
Apa, sir?
Banyak soalan 2 ni dah buat?
Dah.
Dapat juga. Very good. Okay. So, kita ada current I2, I4, I3, I5 current dia apa dia? What is your VA here? Awak Izzat?
VP.
VA is equal to VP, straightforward, okay? Okay, what is your VB? Apa lagi ni? Beverly. Beverly ada tak?
Ada, sir. Ada.
What is the equation of apa ni the KCL?
KCL.
Okay. So Kalau belum buat. Jangan besok baru you nak identify, you masih tidak tahu macam mana nak identify all the nodal and so on. Okay, kalau malam ni you have time to learn. Petang ni ada kelas ke?
Ada sir sampai pukul 4.
Ada,
Yes.
sir.
Sampai pukul 4. Okay. No problem. Okay. So you can see there, saya dah bagi you note and then you apply. You buat apa nama tu. Try to solve it. Okay. Soalan 3, siapa yang dapat buat? Soalan 3. Kalau Kamel dapat? Belum? Okay. Kalau saya bagi soalan ni, cantik soalan ni untuk test. Okay. Siapa lagi tadi? Siapa nama tu tadi? Alisha boleh buat? Oh, yang budak ni senyap aja
Belum, sir, belum.
Belum. Okay, cuba buat ni
Saya
Kalau-
mana ada masa, saya faham.
Bukan ada masa kena buat. Mana boleh tak ada masa.
Malam, kalau ada masa,
Malam ni
hari
saya
ini,
cuba buat.
sir.
Okay. Semua soalan dalam tutorial tu is very important. Semua soalan dalam practice problem tu is important. Jangan repeat macam dulu. Alamak, soalan ni yang keluar. Alamak, senang saja. Alamak, simple. Similar question. So try to avoid that. Okay. Andrea, senyap macam hari ni. Dah buat Zik?
Nombor 3, I do halfway tapi jawapan tak dapat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I can see is that, okay, kat sini saya pun lupa nak explain. Mungkin saya tak explain tapi you can see yourself lah. Kita ada VA, okay. Okay. Ataupun sini VB. Okay. Buat soalan ni saya tahu a bit complicated lah. Nanti kita tengok solution dia. Tutorial dia. Tutorial 3. Semua. Okay. Pay attention sini kalau you nak solve malam ni. Okay. Stop share. Share. So, I give you some guide. So, for you to start. Okay. Yang bini tadi straightforward lah kan. Apa ni, IP is equal to I1 plus I2. So, your VA, okay, is actually VP and so on. So, you have dekat I4 is VB minus VC divided by R4. Okay, I3 is VB minus 0 divided by R3. I1 is VA minus VC divided by R1. I5. Okay. I5 ni, apa equation untuk I5 in terms of apa dekat sini? VC, VQ dengan V5. You dapat macam mana Alisha? I5 tu?
Saya rasa.
Ya?
I5.
You dah buat you kata? I5?
Sekejap, sir.
In terms of VC, VQ dengan V5.
I5? Sekejap.
Ni, ada share, boleh nampak sih saya punya ni? My sharing.
Oh, nampak, sir.
I5 ni, dia punya equation.
Okay, nampak. Tapi, pakai Ohm's law dapatkah, sir?
Macam mana?
Pakai V equals to IR. Bolehkah?
Ayolah, you nak relate ke macam ni, okay? Contoh, is the screen sharing yang saya punya ni? Figure 2A.
Yes.
Ada kan?
You can
You tengok sini, apa yang maksud saya, okay, siapa lagi? Anselm. You tengok sini, I2 is equal to VA minus VB. Setuju semua?
Setuju.
I1 is equal to VA minus VC divided by R1. Okay. Then I3 is equal to VB minus 0 divide by R3. So, sini R3 lah sepatutnya. Sepatutnya R3 ni lah. Yang saya tanya tadi adalah, kalau macam gini, VC ni, this one, si ada. So, memang straightforward lah. I5 is equal to VC minus 0 divide by R5. Betul tak?
Betul.
Sama dengan V3 tadi. Masalahnya sekarang ni, ada VQ kat tengah-tengah tu. So, macam mana VQ nak, how are you going to relate the VQ in that equation?
Ohm's law?
Yalah, Ohm's law, I know Ohm's law, tapi just show me. What is the equation? I want to know the equation.
Maybe I try not.
Okay, no problem. No problem of trying. If you are wrong, I'll correct it. Tak apa, jangan malu, jangan takut.
So I just assume VQ equals to V5. So untuk cari I5, huh?
Yeah, alright.
So
Which is wrong.
wrong?
Which is wrong.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Okay. Right?
VC minus VQ
Lagi?
for R5.
Okay. Apa nama Doni? Saya tidak tengok nama saya. Betul?
Ya.
Ya. So, you tengok sini.
VQ minus VC divide by R5.
No. Current is going downward. So, you need to VC. Okay. Kalau you tengok sini, kalau you redraw the circuit, okay, which is not apa ni as beautiful as you are supposed to see lah. Kalau you tengok sini, tengok dekat saya punya video file lah. Okay. I take another 2 minutes saja. Share this one. Share my video. Kita tengok sini, okay? Okay. Cuba kita pecah-pecahkan dia punya ni. Dia punya circuit ni. Okay, kalau saya redraw balik. Okay. So ni tak apa. Sepatutnya di ke bawah. Soalan tadi kan? Soalan tadi kan? Oh, soalan 2, sorry. Not soalan 3, soalan 2. This one, not the other one. Soalan 2, sama juga. Okay. Ini saya buat ke atas. I have my result content. Tapi kalau macam tu, macam saya kata tadi, mana dia? Alamak. Ini. Tak jumpa. Oh, saya tahu kenapa. Okey, dari mana? Apa ni? So, kalau kita terbalikkan ni, okey, senang lah. Alright, and then Johan kita terbalikkan. Alright, so macam tadi kita kata apa ni, ni adalah VC. So, you look at it, okay. So, sometimes it may be confusing because lebih kurang macam ni, okay. Ni I5 ni ke bawah. So, you can see that sebelum tadi you kata VC minus VQ divided by V5. So, tapi VQ minus VC kan. So, tengok sini kalau you redraw the circuit, what you can see is that, okay, you draw sini, okay, your VQ is actually your 0 volt common tadi. Okay, tengok sini. Okay. So, kalau you tengok circuit biasa ni, okay, sorry sebab saya ini version lain ni. Kalau you tengok sini, VB minus 0 divided by R3, your I3, so your I3 is equal to VB minus 0 divided by R3. Tapi in this case, katakan we don't have that. You have VC minus 0 divided by R5 is your I5. Okay, so normal case. Okay, kalau this one is here. Right, sama juga dengan V3 here. Tetapi now, you have rearranged the circuit, you can see that you have, instead of common 0 here, you have VQ. That's why kita ada VC minus VQ divided by R5 is equal to your I5. Faham? Tony? Dia?
Bisa.
Ya? Faham kan?
Faham.
Lain kali you just redraw it so that you won't make mistake. Kalau you tidak silap, nanti habislah semua silap. Okay? Alicia? Okay? Memanglah Ohm's law, tapi inilah equation yang saya nak tengok tadi.
Okay.
I5 is equal to VC minus VQ divided by R5. So, cuba saya sama lagi. Right, see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Yang belum saya balas, nanti saya balas lah.